Have you ever walked away from something that could have killed you? Have you ever had plans that didn't work out, but later you realized those plans would have caused you trouble? Have you ever felt like something invisible was pushing you away from danger you couldn't see? You're not making this up. According to Edgar Cayce, some people go through life with what he called divine protection protocols. These are invisible shields that turn on before you're born, guardian angels given to watch over you, and help that's programmed into your life path. But here's what will surprise you. This protection isn't random. It's not luck. And it's definitely not because you're perfect. Cayce found out there are specific reasons why certain people get extra protection. And there are 9 clear signs that show you're one of them. Once you see these signs, you'll understand why you lived through things that killed others. Why doors closed that looked perfect. Why your gut feeling screams at you when everything seems safe. You'll finally understand that those close calls weren't close at all. They were perfectly planned saves, the discovery that changed everything. Edgar Cayce didn't believe in random protection. When he first started doing his readings, he thought guardian angels and help from God were fairy tales. Nice stories for kids, comforting made-up stories for sad people. Then he started seeing patterns in the Akashic records that he couldn't explain any other way. Certain people had what looked like invisible bodyguards. Their life paths showed help after help. Accidents that didn't happen. Meetings that got mysteriously canceled right before something bad happened. Sudden feelings to leave places moments before disaster hit. But here's what interested Cayce most. These weren't always the good people. They weren't the most religious. They weren't the most pure. They were people with specific jobs that required them to survive. People carrying something important for humanity's growth. People whose early death would mess up huge chains of karma. Over 43 years and 14,000 readings, Cayce identified 9 specific signs of divine protection. And he found out exactly why certain people get this cosmic security team. Why some people are protected. Before we talk about the signs, you need to understand why protection happens. Cayce revealed 3 main reasons people get extra divine protection. The mission carriers. Your soul is carrying important information, abilities, or energy needed for humanity's next step. You might not know what it is yet, but the universe does. You're being kept safe until delivery time. The catalyst souls. You're meant to cause big changes in other people's lives. Your presence at specific times will change destinies. The universe protects you to make sure you're there when needed. The karmic healers. You're here to break old patterns, end family curses, heal family line wounds. Your survival is necessary for thousands of souls connected to your karmic line. If you're protected, it's not favoritism, it's necessity. The universe has put too much into your mission to let random events ruin it. Now let's look at the 9 signs that show you're under this protection. Sign 1, your disasters keep getting canceled. The first sign is when terrible things you're supposed to be part of keep missing you by minutes, inches, or coincidences. The plane you missed that crashed. The building you left right before it fell down. The relationship that ended right before the person showed their dangerous side. Once or twice is luck. But if you look back and see a pattern of near misses, that's protection. A woman came to Cayce with survivor's guilt. She'd missed 5 different disasters by pure chance. A train wreck, a theater fire, a ship sinking, a building collapse, and a pandemic in her town. She felt cursed, like death was following her. Cayce's reading showed the opposite. You're not being followed by death. You're being guided around it. Your soul carries the plan for a healing method that won't appear for another 20 years. Every disaster you've avoided was the universe saying, not yet. She hasn't delivered what she's carrying. But then Cayce revealed something important. Your protection isn't about you being special. It's about what you're carrying being essential. You're the envelope. The universe is protecting the message inside you, The woman went on to create a revolutionary therapy technique at age 67 that helped thousands of war veterans. She needed those extra decades to develop the wisdom that would make the technique work. If disasters keep missing you, you're carrying something important. Sign 2. Your body warns you before your mind knows. The second sign is physical. Your body reacts to danger before your thinking mind detects it. Sudden sick feeling before meeting someone dangerous. Unexplained worry before entering a harmful situation. Your legs literally won't move toward threat. This isn't anxiety disorder. This is your protection system taking over your conscious control. A businessman came to Cayce, confused about his random anxiety attacks. They only happened in specific situations, certain buildings, certain people, certain deals. He thought he was going crazy. Cayce's reading was extraordinary. You have what we call enhanced somatic radar. In Lemuria, you develop the ability to sense energy fields that are harmful to your mission. Your body is a precise instrument detecting threats your mind can't see. That deal you walked away from last month because you felt sick. The other party was planning fraud. The building you can't enter. There's an energy there that would disrupt your spiritual growth. The man started keeping a journal. Every time he followed his body's warnings, he later discovered the danger he'd avoided. His anxiety saved him from 3 lawsuits, 2 violent encounters, and a business partnership with a criminal. Your body knows things your mind doesn't. If it screams danger, you're being protected. Sign 3. People who try to harm you face instant karma. The third sign is eerie. Those who really try to harm you experience immediate consequences. Not because you get revenge on them, not because you curse them. They just fall apart. Their plans backfire. Their attacks reverse. Their weapons turn against them. It's like you're surrounded by an invisible electric fence that shocks anyone who tries to cross it. A teacher came to Cayce confused. Everyone who tried to destroy her reputation ended up destroying their own. 3 principals who tried to fire her got fired themselves. A coworker who spread lies about her got caught in a bigger lie. A parent who tried to sue her lost everything in a different lawsuit. Cayce's reading gave her chills. You carry what we call the mirror shield. Those who attack you are actually attacking themselves. Your soul's mission involves teaching children who will become world changers. The universe won't let small human jealousy ruin that. The protection isn't passive. It actively sends negative energy back to its source. She went on to teach for 40 years. 7 of her students became influential leaders. The attacks never stopped, but neither did the reversals. If your enemies keep defeating themselves, you're being protected. Sign 4. Money appears when you need it for your mission. The 4th sign involves resources. When you need money for something that matches your purpose, it appears. Not lottery winnings, not wealth, but exact amounts at exact moments for exact needs. Unexpected refunds, forgotten accounts, random opportunities. Just enough, just in time. An artist came to Cayce frustrated. She could barely survive. But somehow, whenever she needed supplies for her spiritual paintings, money appeared. Commissions would arrive days before rent was due. Refunds would come when she needed canvas. Cayce's reading explained, your paintings carry healing frequencies. Each one is set up to activate specific chakras in viewers. The universe funds this work because it's not art, it's energy medicine. You'll never be wealthy, but you'll never lack what you need to continue. The protection includes resource provision. She painted for 30 more years, always broke, but never without supplies. Museums now study her work for its mysterious effect on viewers' brainwaves. If money materializes for mission-critical needs, you're being protected. Sign 5. Your mistakes get mysteriously corrected. The 5th sign seems impossible. Your big mistakes get fixed without your help. The wrong turn that becomes a shortcut. The failed relationship that positions you perfectly for your soulmate. The career disaster that moves you to your true calling. Your errors get edited by invisible hands. A surgeon came to Cayce devastated. He'd made a terrible mistake in surgery, but somehow the patient recovered perfectly. This had happened 3 times. He felt he didn't deserve to practice medicine. Cayce's reading shocked him. You're not making mistakes. You're being used for experimental procedures by higher intelligences. What looks like error to you is actually innovation being channeled through you. The corrections are part of the procedure. You're pioneering techniques that won't be understood for decades. Your protection includes error correction because you're a channel for medical evolution. His mistakes led to 3 revolutionary surgical techniques that saved countless lives. He was protected not from mistakes but through them. If your mistakes keep becoming miracles, you're being protected. Now, if you're recognizing these signs in your life, drop a comment below. Even just a heart. If you're realizing the universe has been protecting you all along, share your close calls, your mysterious saves. When we acknowledge divine protection together, we strengthen the field for everyone. Sign 6. Toxic people can't stay in your life. The 6th sign is relational. Harmful people literally cannot stay present in your reality. They get transferred. They move away. They lose interest. They forget you exist. It's like you become invisible to predators. A woman came to Cayce confused. Every manipulative person who entered her life disappeared within months. Not through her actions. They just left. Bosses got promoted away. Toxic friends moved to different cities. Abusive partners suddenly lost interest. Cayce revealed, you have what we call frequency protection. Your soul vibrates at a rate that becomes literally painful for those who would harm your mission. They can't explain why, but being near you makes them uncomfortable. They leave not because they choose to, but because they have to. Your energy field pushes away what doesn't serve your purpose. She later became a counselor for abuse survivors. She needed to stay clear of manipulation to maintain the purity required for that work. If toxic people keep removing themselves from your life, you're being protected. Sign 7. Your health defies medical logic. The 7th sign is physical. You recover from things you shouldn't. Survive conditions that kill others. Heal in ways doctors can't explain. Not because you're superhuman, but because something needs you working. A factory worker came to Cayce after surviving his 4th fatal accident. Falls that should have paralyzed him. Chemical exposures that should have killed him. Injuries that healed in days instead of months. Cayce's reading was stunning. Your body is under what we call mission maintenance protocol. You're documenting workplace hazards that will lead to safety reforms, saving thousands of lives. Every accident you survive becomes evidence. Every healing becomes testimony. You're not invincible. You're preserved for purpose. Your protection includes accelerated healing because your testimony requires your survival. He went on to revolutionize workplace safety standards. His documented survivals became legendary in labor law. If your body defies medical probability, you're being protected. Sign 8. You dream of dangers before they happen. The 8th sign happens in sleep. You receive warning dreams that help you avoid real dangers. Specific, detailed, actionable information delivered through your dream state. A mother came to Cayce because her dreams kept saving her children. She'd dream of specific dangers. A loose board on the playground, a dangerous dog on their route, a friend who would offer drugs, always days before the actual threat appeared. Cayce explained, your soul accesses what we call probability threads during sleep. You're seeing likely futures and receiving navigation instructions. This isn't prophecy. It's protection protocol. Your children have massive missions ahead. Your job is keeping them alive to fulfill them. The dreams are your briefings from command. Her 3 children all became influential humanitarian leaders. She kept dream journals that read like security briefings from the future. If your dreams provide specific warnings that prove accurate, you're being protected. Sign 9. You have impossible knowledge in critical moments. The 9th and most important sign. In crucial moments, you suddenly know things you couldn't possibly know. Which road to take, which person to trust, which choice to make. Knowledge downloads exactly when needed. A pilot came to Cayce after his 5th impossible save. Each time he'd suddenly known exactly what to do with no training for that scenario. Procedures that weren't in any manual, maneuvers he'd never learned. Cayce's reading left everyone speechless. In critical moments, your consciousness merges with what we call the protective collective, a group of souls who've mastered aviation across lifetimes. You're not flying alone. In danger, you become a committee. The knowledge isn't yours. It's theirs, channeled through you. Every passenger you've saved was someone whose mission required survival. He saved over 2,000 lives in his career through impossible maneuvers. Aviation experts still study his flights, unable to explain his decisions that went against all training, yet worked perfectly. If impossible knowledge arrives exactly when needed, you're being protected. Why protection isn't what you think. Here's what Cayce discovered that changes everything about divine protection. It's not about keeping you comfortable. It's about keeping you working for your purpose. Protection doesn't mean life will be easy. You won't suffer. You'll avoid all pain. You'll be wealthy. Everyone will like you. Protection means you'll survive what you need to survive. You'll be where you need to be. You'll have what you need to have. You'll last as long as necessary. You'll complete your mission. A man came to Cayce angry. If he was protected, why was his life so hard? Why did he suffer? Why did he struggle? Cayce's response reframed everything. Protection isn't insulation from experience. It's insurance for mission completion. You're protected from early death, not from life itself. Your struggles are your training. Your pain is your preparation. Your challenges are your qualifications. The protection ensures you survive the curriculum, not that you skip it. The hidden responsibility of protection. But here's what Cayce warned. Protection comes with obligation. If you're being protected, you're being preserved for purpose. That purpose might not be clear yet, but it's encoded in your soul. The protection isn't free. It's an investment. The universe expects return on that investment through your service, your growth, your contribution to collective evolution. A wealthy woman came to Cayce after recognizing all 9 signs in her life. She wanted to know how to thank the universe for such protection. Cayce's answer changed her life. You don't thank the universe for protection. You justify it. Every day you wake up protected is a day you owe service. Find who needs what you have. Share what you've learned through surviving. Use your protection to protect others. The universe didn't save you for you. It saved you for what you can do for others. She spent the rest of her life creating safe houses for abused women. Her protection became their protection, your protected path forward. If you've recognized these signs in your life, here's what your soul wants you to know. You're not lucky. You're needed. You're not special. You're assigned. You're not favored. You're functional. You're not immortal. You're preserved for purpose. Every close call was calculated. Every mysterious save was scheduled. Every intervention was intentional. But here's the crucial part. The protection isn't permanent. It lasts exactly as long as your mission requires. Not 1 second more. When your purpose is complete, the protection protocols deactivate. This isn't scary. It's sacred. It means every protected day is a day with work to do. The call to recognition. Look at your life through the lens of these 9 signs. Count your close calls. Remember your mysterious saves. Acknowledge the impossible coincidences. If you're protected, Stop feeling guilty about surviving what others didn't. Start feeling responsible for using that survival purposefully. Share this with someone who survived impossible odds. Someone who walks away from disasters. Someone who needs to know their survival isn't random. It's required. Comment below. Which sign made you realize you've been protected all along? What close call now makes sense? Because when we share our protection stories, we remind each other that the universe is actively involved in keeping purpose carriers alive. And subscribe if you're ready to stop seeing your survival as luck and start seeing it as assignment. The final truth. Edgar Cayce's greatest discovery about divine protection wasn't that it exists. It was that it exists for a reason. You're not protected because you're perfect. You're protected because you're necessary. Every intervention in your life was the universe saying, "Not yet." They haven't delivered what they're carrying. Every close call was heaven declaring, "This one's still needed." Every mysterious save was divinity insisting their mission isn't complete. If you're recognizing these signs, if you're realizing you've been protected, then hear this truth. You're carrying something the world needs. You might not know what it is yet. You might not see its value. You might think you're ordinary, but the universe doesn't waste protection on the unnecessary. If you're being saved repeatedly, mysteriously, impossibly, it's because what you carry, what you are, what you're here to do matters more than you can possibly imagine. The protection isn't random. The interventions aren't coincidence. The saves aren't luck. They're the universe's way of saying this one's important. Keep them alive. They have work to do. And now that you know you're protected, now that you understand why, there's only one question left. What are you going to do with the life that's being so carefully preserved? Because that's what the protection is for. Not to keep you safe, to keep you working until you deliver what you came to deliver. The universe is waiting. And now you know why you're still here to deliver it.